Hello guys and welcome to part 3. You have a good one. Like the video.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not...
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Step forward.
Stay silent, elf!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness.
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
The cruelty.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
What?
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Fort Joy Ghetto.
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach.
I was close enough to watch them murder one of their own.
A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due.
Everyone is a traitor to someone.
The Divine Order's all that stands between everything you see and a Void Woken's throat. Any traitor to them is a traitor to us all. Believe it or don't. The Divine Order doesn't need our loyalty. They'll save us in spite of ourselves.
I can't wait all day.
Come on, then, Lizzie. Pay up.
I find any bread. I want no trouble. Dear one, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect? Huh.
Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Stand beside Ifan.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Oh, we want Ifan.
Ifan rolls his...
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Smile and reach out a hand to take it.
He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
What errand?
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
We all do what we have to do to survive.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here?
How?
The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
Sure.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
What? Oh.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas. He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot.
Bum, 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 bum. Ah, pet pal. Nice. It's a barter. Nice. Gymnast and huntsman. Okay, so it's an arrow.
your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend, even if your kind has displeased the god so terribly of late. You know what I mean, elf. The dwarves and lizards are no better. The lot of you would drag us all into oblivion with your blind devotion to Source. The time of Source is over. Of course I am, or I wouldn't be here. But I am humble enough to know that if Rivellon is to survive, I must surrender my power to the Divine Order. The Source has become dangerous. It will undo us all.
She ain't coming back.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... It's just... I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility will have been for nothing. Good luck with your friends, though. Enjoy your last days in good company, won't you?
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Quiet! Better if they don't take notice. They'll only make it tighter. It won't budge. I can't breathe. I can't.
She listens, matches your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Her breathing returns to normal, and the panic dissolves.
Thank you.
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
Tap him on the shoulder.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home.
Do you have any advice for a recent arrival?
Advice? Hold on to yourself, my friend. The fort is full of decent folks turned savage by confinement. Do not let it happen to you.
Ask him what's on his mind.
My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why?
What do you mean?
We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like this.
Okay. And you have some skill books I want. No.
Easy now. She's dead. Gods. The smell, though.
I'm gonna give...
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back towards the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
You just kill him.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no decency. If you don't have that, you don't have anything to live for.
starting to sound like a magister.
Maybe they're onto something then. Maybe we do belong here.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel.
Coloured like a dog. A very pink, very long dog. I'd pity you, but Shakra the Ineffable has no patience for weakness.
What are you doing here?
Laughing in the faces of my enemies, of course. Little do they know, the most powerful sorcerer the world has ever known scuttles on their very shores. Sorcerers dance while magisters pull the strings. Fools all! Their tomfoolery won't save them from the destruction the void shall wreak upon them. This power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights and the other has sunken to depths too humiliating to describe. Pity. But of course, they'll happily dump your maggot-ridden corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Ha! Of course, precious. But which is worse, the cure or the disease?
Them that pay the bills, of course. I'll be a rich man when you're 6 feet under. Time's up, Your Highness. Let's dance. It's stabbing time.
have served me well in the past, you will do so again. Use the scroll included with this ladder and cast it in a public square in Arch. You will be arrested for sword use and shipped to Fort Joy. Once on the island, you will search for a red-skinned lizard. You will kill him, you will cut the body to pieces, you will ensure no magic in the world can restore him back to life. You have your orders. Your weight in gold awaits you. Good luck and good hunting. Alright.
Come on, you stubborn hunk of...
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship. His whole body strains with the effort of wrenching the plank free, to no avail.
Got two
Need
of
a
my
hand?
own, haven't I?
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and rubs them together before placing them both back on the plank and pulling.
Bleeding nail must be charmed or something. Go on then, give it a go.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose, and the plank promptly crumbles to pieces in your hand.
Oh, look at that. Nice of you to finish the job after I loosened her up.
You get a good look at the hearty fellow, broad as a hull and sunburnt from all sides. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc, glinting in the sun, and lands squarely in your hand.
For your trouble.
I doubt that was worth a coin.
No, but I'd hoped to build something with it that would be worth 1,000. Yeah, it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap. But I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
Plan B?
He gives you a wry look, as though deciding whether to trust you.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment.
If you're getting out, you want in.
Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place, and I'll do the same for you.
Reach out and shake his hand.
That's the spirit.
He lifts an invisible cap and bows with the grace of a courtier.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... well, the name's dead and buried. What matters is what they call me. Beast.
You've heard of a dwarf called Beast before. Among the rank and file, he is known as the Hawk of the High Seas.
Well, there's a new one. Hawk of the High Seas, eh? I like it.
What did you do to earn a name like Beast?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
Anyhow, we're a team now, so the me is not half as important as the us. Let's get down to brass tacks. Fighting, I mean. I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin, and I picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle mage, if you like. But there's not so important as team dynamics. So what'll it be?
So we have a tank, a mage, and a ranger. Yeah.
Then
Battle
it's
mage.
settled. Capital. Well,
Cap.
that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
He is arrow and warfare. Okay. Persuasion. Okay, so we essentially have two tanks, fighters. Well, yeah. Can this guy be a healer? He needs Hydrosophist. Okay.
May the void woken consume their joy, their misery.
Do I have some gear for you? Yes, I do. All right.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach, she turns to you with a cheerful smile.
Haven't seen you around here before. New?
I just arrived.
Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better.
Were you here alone?
Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
What were your boys like?
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan, he was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Short minute.
Take a seat in the sun and listen.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home for a pet. Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
Right, I think we want to get over here. Da, 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 da.
I'll be with you soon, love.
Need to fix the formations. So we have the tank in front, you two over there. Maybe more like this. Or like this. No. save you. Okay. Dead to go.
Eat.
Resistant. Okay. Shit. See ya. Okay, one dead. All right. If the rumors are true, I'll be rich as an agent. Can't expect less from a king's vault, even one on a prison island. If it's anything like Silvergrand's jails, getting out will be as easy as getting in. They'll take any source around these days, and that's easy enough to fake. Landed, found a good mark right away. Says he's got a teleporter spell. I can finish easy enough. Just had to say I'd escape with him. Far be it from me to lead a stranger to all that gold, though. So close I can almost smell it. The vault ought to be just outside the prison, if I can believe Barbara. Her map's my gold ticket. I see it behind my lids when I close my eyes. Okay. You're the elf, you need all this shit.
Early memories are overshadowed by a terrifying death, a tempest of teeth, scales and snarls. You never imagined it would end like this. You are ever sodden, ever sandy. The smell of guts and sea waste cling to you like a ghost. You sought freedom, the life of a seaman, but you didn't find it. Looking around Fort Joy, you feel excited. A new environment to explore, new people to meet, new challenges to overcome. Who knows what could happen here?
Oh, we forgot to talk to him.
Another giant speaks, Quercus. No, never. I will pay it no notice. One of its troop has an air of nobility about it, but this one...
Okay. That will be all for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.